The police are expected to have a media briefing at the moment. Those are live visuals. There's the Police Commissioner, Fannie Masemola. He is with the Provincial Commissioner of Gauteng, Mtombeni, and of course the Hawks' head, Godfrey Lebeya.
And I think the introductions are being made at the moment by the spokesperson there, talking to them, yes, who's going to be speaking. And we'll find out soon from General Masemola, Mtombeni as well, and Godfrey Lebeya. They're going to be briefing us about their operations. Let's take you live there now.
We are also joined by the DPC of Policing, Major General Kekana. We've also got the District Commissioner for Johannesburg, Major General Masha. I will now hand over to General Masemola to brief you. Thank you, colleagues.
Thank you very much, Brigadier Mate. Good morning to General Lebeya, the National Head of DPCI, and the Provincial Commissioner of Gauteng, Lieutenant General Mtombeni, and of course the media and all the viewers. We have brought our weekly high-density operation to the heartbeat of this country this morning. With our broader strategy, we continuously assert the authority of the state throughout the country. With September month being the public service month, and of course also the police safety month, we are intensifying our compliance inspections at all police stations, which is our service delivery points, with a bid to improve the service to the public. Our responsibility as the police is to keep all people living in South Africa safe and making sure that they are living in an environment favorable to living better living conditions. In so doing, we continuously place the needs of the community at the center of service delivery. Ladies and gentlemen, we remain at the full face of the criminals as the justice system. In other words, the police within the criminal justice system, we are right at the coal face of the value chain. We are the ones that mostly on a daily basis we interact with community members, we interact with criminals, hence the spotlight. Our ongoing operations are yielding desired result. We have continuously been having our hands-on-deck approach, and we leave no one behind. It is a joint effort throughout the country by all provincial commissioners to ensure that operations continue in the rest of the country. At the heart of it all lies our communities, and through community participation and also the assistance that they do in terms of giving us information, we are able to deal with those criminals that are threatening them. There is no longer much room and space for criminals in all provinces. I can count our mostly high crime provinces, your Western Cape, Gauteng, KwaZulu-Natal, as well as the Eastern Cape and all other provinces, of course. Our ongoing takedowns and arrest of wanted suspects is our stern warning to criminals that will not tolerate what they do in terms of harassing the community, especially nowadays with this extortion that they continuously do in various either construction sites or business sites. We do believe that we are registering progress in stabilizing the work of the organized crime syndicates, as well as the ruthless criminals in all forms and shapes. With regard to Operation Chanela, we have registered, we have arrested more than, we have now passed the mark over 850,000 operations, and the operation is still continuing, and There is a number of suspects that we have arrested for various offences. We have confiscated 824 illegal firearms since the start of the operation, and over 17,000 rounds of ammunition of various calibers. Ladies and gentlemen, the SAPS is working hard to bring the end to this scourge of extortion and the related crimes. Of course, as I said, we need the cooperation of the community to assist us, to give us those that are doing this within the communities. We do have an action plan in terms of dealing with extortion in the various provinces. I'm sure you have seen quite a number of takedowns in those provinces. We will continue this fight and taking the fight to criminals, and we think we are on the right track. We are fetching each and of these extortionists by hand, and it's just a matter of days. At this stage, you are aware that 14 extortionists who tried to engage with police were shot and killed in confrontation with police in various provinces. The most brazen of these were the 3 in the Eastern Cape, specifically Mthatha, where they followed up after they were searched on a roadblock earlier in the day. So daring they were, they followed up the National Intervention Unit members to their base at Mthatha and trying to question why they've been searched. And if that was not enough, they pulled firearms and attacked the member at the base of the NIU. And fortunately enough, other members of NIU were there. They were able to respond, and all 3 extortionists were killed. 3 pistols were confiscated at the scene there. In Gauteng, in Mfuleni, a local municipality employee has been arrested for extortion, where the pair were extorting a contractor who was installing infrastructure in the nearby Sharpeville area. Still in Gauteng, 3 suspects were arrested in Joburg CBD by the DPCI and Metro Police, who were also stopping the work of construction in the CBD by demanding money. In Cape Town, a Zimbabwean foreign national was also arrested for the murder of a 4-year-old in Joslovo informal settlement in Milnerton, where he shot the girl while he was fighting for his protection fee from the local spaza shop. The provinces of Gauteng, Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal, Western Cape has been identified as the ones with the most reported cases. Hence, we reinforced these provinces. In Gauteng, of course, we are aware there is what is called Boko Haram in Mamelodi. I have directed the PC that Boko Haram thing must come to an end, just like the Jerusalem in Limpopo, in Twando, which were able to deal with it. So even the Boko Haram extortionist group must come to an end in Mamelodi. These criminal groupings, some of these criminal groupings have been identified to be ruthless with community, and will continue both in terms of our organized crime strategies by DPCI and the combating teams. We will continue to root them out. From April 2023 to 31st of August 2024, there are 319 cases that have been reported at various police stations. In Western Cape, they've got the highest number with 119, followed by Eastern Cape with 82, 63 in KwaZulu-Natal, and 31 in Gauteng. The number of arrests that are linked to these cases are 151, with a breakdown of 69 arrests made in Western Cape, 24 in Eastern Cape, 23 in Gauteng, 20 in KwaZulu-Natal. It is unfortunate, of course, ladies and gentlemen, that in KwaZulu-Natal, the DPCI and the other combat teams in KwaZulu-Natal have arrested some of our police members in KwaZulu-Natal, where they were extorting 100,000 from a businessman. 11 police officials and 1 civilian were arrested in the process. 7 of them have already appeared in court, and as we say, it's a sour pill to swallow, but as long as they do extortion or do crime, we will treat them like criminals. Of course, in the effort to root out corruption within the service, for the past 5 years, we have dismissed 2,118 police officials countrywide, which this demonstrates that we will not tolerate ill discipline and criminality within the ranks of the service. In terms of serious and violent crime, just the past week, there were several criminals that did confront police where there were shootouts in various provinces, and it is very important to emphasize that as police, we go out to arrest criminals as they commit crime. And it's unfortunate that some of these criminals, they will pull out guns at the police with a view to shoot at the police. In Gauteng, the past week, we are aware that 8 criminals were shot in exchange of fire with a DPCI. 6 of these cash-in-transit robbers who have just robbed a cash van were shot, where we recovered 1 AK-47 and 4 pistols. It was the combat SAPS specialized operation teams together with the DPCI. Also, not very far from there in Ekurhuleni, there were criminals who were also shot during operation led by the DPCI, and the guy was in possession of an unlicensed firearms. In KwaZulu-Natal, 3 suspects were fatally shot during confrontation with the police in the past 24 hours. And we are also aware that in around Kwatuguza Masemola area, yesterday morning, early morning, 3 o'clock, the National Intervention Unit members were looking for a suspect for serious and violent crime, and which this guy is also a parolee, and he engaged our members when they knocked to go and arrest him. Unfortunately, he injured 2 police are in hospital as we speak. He shot at them, but some of their colleagues were able to retaliate, and he was fatally wounded. In terms of drugs in Port Alfred in the Eastern Cape, there is 30 million worth of cannabis that has been confiscated, and arrests made there in an operation led by DPCI. 5 suspects, including foreigners, were arrested in that regard. So in the past 2 months, a drug lab worth 80 million was shut down in Datlasdale in Johannesburg, as you are aware, and in some operation, police seized 10 million worth of Mandrex staplers. With regard to gender-based violence, there is a Mozambican that has been arrested for murder and kidnapping of Nomsa Jazz, who was kidnapped at a mall in West Rand, and found the body was found. She was kidnapped in Potchefstroom. The body was found in Carltonville. Her vehicle was found on the Ekurhuleni, but an arrest has been made of this Mozambican. Also to say that from April 2024 to June 2024, 745 people were convicted for gender-based violence-related offences, which it is the work of the Family Violence and Child Protection and Sexual Offences Unit, the FCS units. If we break down these successes, 129 perpetrators were convicted for life imprisonment. 89 of them were sentenced to 20 years and above. 205 were sentenced to 10 years, between 10 years and 19 years imprisonment, and 322 were sentenced to a period of between 1 and 9 years imprisonment. And also from same April to August this year, we have 5,700 people who were convicted for various crimes, from murder and of course including that I've just counted. 531 were life sentences, and 347 accused were for murder, others were for rape and business robbery. 31 were convicted for 40 years and over, 60 were convicted for between 30 to 39 years, 430 were sentenced to between 20 and 29 years imprisonment, and 1,929 were sentenced for a period of 10 to 19 years imprisonment. 2,940 were sentenced for a period of between 5 and 9 years imprisonment for various offenses, of course. We have relisted 200 detectives, and we are still busy with a view to relist more, of course, depending on our financial muscle. We want to increase the numbers of detectives that we have. We are aware that we have got a shortage in terms of numbers, and as September is a police safety month, as you are aware, we had the commemoration of 39 police members at the beginning of this month at the Union Building, where we commemorated them, and we emphasize that this type of commemoration are not supposed to be held, because these men and women, they're supposed to be still alive and serving the public. And that is, hence we are giving the message to the community to work with the police to root out these individual criminals that are minority in our society. And we should not together tolerate further killing of police, because it is an attack on the state, and these numbers of police that have been killed should come down. We have done, we are continuously doing our part in terms of resourcing them and training them, making them operational ready in order that they respond in case they were attacked. But we are pleading with the society, the community, that somewhere, somehow, you have seen who have shot at the police. So assist us so that we can arrest all these criminals and make sure that everybody knows that killing a police is not tolerated by the society. Not that we undermine killing of everybody. Murder of everybody is intolerable. Hence, we must work together with the community to fight these very minute criminals within our community. Thank you very much.
Thank you, General Masemola. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the National Commissioner of the SAPS.
I'll ask General Lebeya maybe to add a few, some of the successes by the DPCR. Thanks, General Lebeya.
All right. Let us move the microphones. Can someone assist us just with the microphone so that General
maybe
Lebeya...
you can move it.
It's fine. Yeah, this one, please. To General Lebeya, yeah. So we're now going to also be getting feedback from the National Head of the Hawks, Lieutenant General Lebeya, on how the Hawks have performed in the last 4 weeks. General Lebeya, over to you.
Thank you very much, and good morning to everybody. I think that normally we do our briefing on a quarterly basis, which we'll be doing it on the 12th of October. But as you can see, what the National Commissioner have indicated, there are several arrests that the DPCI has been executing. is different types of crimes that the perpetrators do. You shall have heard about the arrest regarding corruption. Normally, when we execute our mandate, we look at all the offenses that the perpetrators shall have committed. Like when we approach the police officials in KwaZulu-Natal, some of whom come from Gauteng, were off duty, we look at all the activities that they shall have committed. The first one being corruption, because they needed money from an individual that they shall have purchased cigarettes, saying that we are arresting you, we are going to detain you. But if you do something, we may have to release you. So you have got a combination of corruption and extortion. That is where we come in. And the number has already been indicated by the National Commissioner. We expect that we shall still find a civilian that have worked with them, so that that civilian can come and join them. With regard to those that are committing cash in transit robberies in various areas, we have effected arrest, and some of them, unfortunately, during the exchange of gunfire with the police, resisting arrest, were unfortunately killed in the process. The National Commissioner have indicated the arrest that we have done in Germiston. One individual may be able to explain when the trial starts. Otherwise, his colleagues have succumbed to the gunfire. So there are other activities that we do, including drug-related crimes. We shall also have found a clandestine laboratory where they are actually cultivating daka. It is not only the likes of cocaine that they cook in this clandestine laboratory. They actually create various type of drugs. It starts with obviously daka, and then it generates to nyaope. Then you go to hardcore drugs in the likes of methaqualone that you shall have seen that what we have done in Groblersdal and the like. So those are the types of matters that as the DPCI we focus on. And we do not forget the other crimes such as fraud, which I think you may have been reading that we are adding, even in the like of the case where we have arrested a doctor who was working at Standard Bank, and then we have added again an individual to go and join the doctor who is currently working for the IEC. So those are the types of cases that we continue to do. We are not forgetting our own national priority offenses, which majority of those relate to serious commercial crime. But that is in short. We will be dealing with the details on the 12th of October. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Lieutenant General Lebeya, the National Head of the Hawks. As you've heard, colleagues, quite impressive figures that are being given this morning. In the past month, 85,000 arrests. And since the inception of Chanela, more than 850,000 suspects also being arrested. But also of importance is where we are reflecting on the convictions, because mostly journalists will ask, where are the convictions? There's so many arrests, but it's quite impressive that 5 months we've got 5,711 people convicted and 531 life sentences. Okay, colleagues, I'll now hand it over to journalists if there's any questions that are going to be posed to the National Commissioner as well as the National Head of the Hawks. Okay, we can start with you.
Okay, it's Heidi Jeffers from eNCA. So as much as they strive for political arrests, there is concern around Operation Chanela arresting a large number of people, but then they end up on the streets anyway because they either get granted bail or the state is unable to continue with the case. And I know that's not really in your hands because when it moves to the courts, it's out of your hands. But do you think that Operation Chanela is the best way to approach tackling crime, especially given the recent crime stats showing that there has been an increase in serious crimes such as murder and rape?
Thanks, Heidi. Yes, Operation Chanela is the way to go. Operation Chanela, it is the way to go, and it's yielding results. We don't expect that the rate at which we are bringing accused people before the court, we don't expect that the court process them in the same speed. We would have loved that it be that way, but it means then our courts will have to work 24 hours. You can see the system is, the whole justice system is not really so synchronized. Police work 24 hours, right? The courts work 7 to 4, except in extreme emergencies they will work after hours. That on its own creates that the system is not running together. So the courts won't be as fast as how much we bring people before them. And of course, yes, there is a lot of evidence that still needs to be collected. There's still investigation that needs to be finalized after the arrest. So people are appearing. Yes, we don't expect that the whole 850,000, all of them should not get bail. We don't say they shouldn't. People have the right to bail. Those that qualify, they should be given bail and still come to court, even though unfortunately some of them end up not coming to court. Those sentenced, yes, they go and serve. Some get paroled, like the criminal that shot the 2 police at Masemola around Kwatukuza and KZN yesterday morning. Is a parolee. We don't know how quick he came across a gun that he already start attacking police. So it does happen. Thanks.
Thank you, National Commissioner Ziniko.
Just a breaking news, Commissioner, about the 7 people.
We can't hear you, sorry.
7 people?
About the 7 people killed in the Handbeds.
Yes.
Any comment on this?
Yeah, we received the report late last night that firstly that there is an old lady that has been killed around the same area, and later we got the report that there is 7 people killed, 4 adults and 3 children. We are concerned about the situation around Highflex, but the provincial commissioner have sent a team there, detective team, to investigate what is the problem and also check whether are these cases related or not. So the investigation will reveal if they are related or not, but we are investigating that case.
Just a second question. On the cases of extortion, how easy or how difficult it is to collect information that can be used in court to prosecute the people who have been arrested. In Gauteng, the people arrested in Johannesburg on Monday were meant to be in court yesterday. They were released with NPA saying they do not have sufficient evidence to prosecute them. So can you give us more details in terms of the processes of dealing with extortion cases generally and the type of charges those individuals are charged with and how serious are those charges?
Okay. Yeah, I'm told by the provincial commissioner the people are still in custody. They are not released. But however, yes, you must admit that with extortion, it's quite difficult because the problem of extortion is that sometimes, not all, sometimes at the beginning, these people that are being extorted, they pay. When the amount starts rising, at some point they change. And then that's when they scream extortion. And when you open a case, they always find a difficulty to say, when they give a statement, where do they start to say, because otherwise they involve themselves in this extortion. So that is the problem that we have. But we during our investigations, we do get some people that are cooperating with us with good statements that can convict people. Hence, we call upon the public to come out, give evidence, be witnesses at court, so that we can convict these criminals.
Any more questions, colleagues? Please note that the National Commission and the delegation have a meeting with the Minister after this, so all questions must be asked now, so that afterwards they can head to Pretoria. So if there's no any other questions, let us release our principals. Is there a question? Going once, going once, twice. Okay, thank you so much, colleagues. That concludes our media briefing, and we will invite you to the next one. That's it. Thank you.
Guys, not yet the mic. Let them
It is the end of that briefing by General Fannie Masemola, the Commissioner, National Police Commissioner, accompanied by the head of the Hawks, that's General Godfrey Lebeya, together as well with Tommy Mtombeni, the Provincial Commissioner here in Gauteng.